Hello.
Hello.
Hey everyone. Welcome back to the AstoundCast, episode number 51. And wow, what a week it's been. Right. Let's start this off as we usually do. How's your week been?
Yeah, week's been alright. Because I've been back home now. With the amount of travelling I've ended up doing over the
Of
past
course,
couple of
yeah.
weeks.
Yeah. Bet that took some recovery.
Yeah, I mean, I was just minorly exploring. To anyone who was missing out on the AstoundCast past couple of weeks, that's on me. I fully apologise. I've been travelling like the south of England and then travelling back up to North Wales.
Well, I'm sure I can speak on everyone's behalf when I say that is more than fair.
Yeah, how's your week?
uh, uh, hmm. Well, week's been pretty good. Shunt pain has been coming and going, as you are aware.
Of course.
Yeah, because on Friday we did meet in person for a new Dungeons and Dragons session, which I may very well talk about later on because it was really good.
Yeah, might as well. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I had to go home a little bit early as the shunt pain did get quite bad. But from yesterday morning onwards, it's given me next to no trouble since.
Oh, that's good to hear at least.
So I'm hoping and praying that that trend continues.
Hoping so for you too.
Yeah, but other than that, the week has not been that bad at all. Right, shall we move on to this week's motorsports section?
Might as well.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. The Formula One British Grand Prix has just finished, and oh my god. It was stressful.
Oh dear.
Yes. Like at the very start of the race, there was a massive turn one incident.
Oh jeez.
Yeah. The cars involved were let me see. Pierre Gasly,
Oh
Sonoda, George
no.
Russell,
Yeesh.
Esteban Ocon, uh, uh, Alex Albon, and Zhou Guan Yu.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, now by far, Zhou Guan Yu came out the worst in this whole incident.
Oh. Oh no.
Well, George Russell span into the side of him. Guan Yu then went on his side as well, and then flipped over.
Oh no.
And then flipped over again and landed his car between a tyre barrier and the metal fence. It was
Yeesh.
lodged. It was lodged in there.
Holy moly.
And he apparently did fall unconscious,
Oh no.
according to him. And I'm not going to lie, I was very scared, because for a good 10-15 minutes, we heard nothing.
Oh jeez.
My only thoughts were, please, God, no. Thankfully, he is absolutely fine. I don't know how, but he has come away unscathed. Like,
We don't
that was
question it. That was a lucky break.
No, that was an absolute miracle. I'm very happy to see that he's okay, because that crash was straight up terrifying.
Mm.
And of course, that humongous crash did bring out a red flag. And unfortunately, as they had only done turn one of lap one, it was back to starting positions.
Oh.
So any gains that were made in that first corner were negligible. Like, they were all scrapped.
Yeah.
And then the second start began about an hour later. Yes, it took like an hour to clear this whole thing up. And at this point, we had lost Zhou Guanyu, Alex Albon, and George Russell because Sonoda, Gasly, and whoever the other person was, who I can't remember right now, managed to get their cars back in order. So yeah, 17 cars on the grid, lights went out again, and then Lewis Hamilton lost position this time because he made it up into third in that first start, but by the second start, he fumbled it and went down into fifth. Oh well.
Oh, wow.
And then throughout the race, there was about 65,000 lead changes. Like, it was insanity. At one point, Leclerc was leading, Verstappen was leading, Lewis was leading for a hell of a lot of the race, and I thought he was going to actually win until towards the very end, Esteban Ocon's engine decided to just die on the pit straight.
Wow.
And then by the end of the race, Carlos Sainz got his first F1 victory.
Oh.
Yep. Carlos Sainz is a first-time F1 winner after 150 races.
Wow. Good on him.
Yeah, he was incredibly happy. Sergio Perez surprisingly got away without a penalty after pushing Lewis off the track towards the end. So he maintained his second place while Lewis Hamilton stayed in third. Now, if Esteban Ocon hadn't just croaked, his car hadn't just died, I think Lewis very much could have won.
That's fair.
So that win is definitely on its way. It just needs to come soon.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll be next week at the Austrian Grand Prix. Although I'm quite worried as it's the Red Bull ring. Red Bull literally own the track.
Well, that's going to be a...
Yeah. I'm quite worried, but you never know. Mercedes could pull an absolute madness and stick it on pole. Honestly, after this race, I need multiple drinks. I'm nearly sure I had a heart attack at several points. It was...
yeah, please don't have a heart attack.
No, but trust me, if you end up ever rewatching that race, you will understand why. It was stress levels 5,000.
Eek.
Yeah. And those last couple of laps were chaos because Leclerc and Sainz nearly took each other out. They were close at one point to knocking each other off the track.
Wow.
Yeah. It was insanity. But yeah, an incredible British Grand Prix. Just wish it was a bit more... Wish it didn't end as crazily as it did. Oh, and Mick Schumacher scored his first ever points.
Oh, nice. Good on him.
He's finally done it. And he was very close to overtaking Max Verstappen.
Oh, wow.
Who frankly had an absolute stinker of a race. In fact, I shall give you the finishing order right now. If you just give me one moment to load up the F1 app.
Yep, you
right.
Can...
Right. The finishing order is as follows. I'm going to go from the bottom up because, well, that'll just be easier. Right. So, our did not finishers were Alex Albon, Zhou Guanyu, George Russell. Oh yeah, Valtteri Bottas as well. His engine just died. Pierre Gasly, I think, did the same, and Esteban Ocon. 14th, we had Yuki Tsunoda. 13th, Daniel Ricciardo. 12th, Nicholas Latifi. 11th, Lance Stroll. Kevin Magnussen in 10th, Sebastian Vettel in 9th, Mick Schumacher in 8th, Max Verstappen in 7th, Lando Norris in 6th, Fernando Alonso in 5th, Charles Leclerc in 4th, Lewis Hamilton in 3rd, Sergio Perez in 2nd, and Carlos Sainz in 1st. And Lewis Hamilton also got fastest lap.
Nice.
Yeah, bit of a mental race if you ask me. If the rest of this season's like this, I'm gonna need to buy a defibrillator.
That's kind of expensive.
Extensive, but honestly wise. After if seriously, if the rest of the season is like that, wow.
Yeah.
That was by far the most thrilling race of the season, but also the most terrifying at the same time. Because it did take us a very long time to hear about Zhou Guanyu.
Yeah.
Like, it took a good 10-15 minutes, and at that point I got really worried. So, but thankfully, he is absolutely fine. But there is a couple of other events that happened at Silverstone this weekend, including the W Series, in which Jamie Chadwick won her fourth win of the season, which means that she has so far won every single race of the W Series this season.
Nice.
Which is absolute insanity. And Sebastian Vettel did a run in his recently purchased Nigel Mansell 1992 championship-winning Williams using carbon-free fuel. And, oh my god, it sounded incredible.
Wow. That sounds really impressive, actually.
Yeah, and the best part about it, Nigel Mansell was there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I will admit, there is a bit of convenience with that, because Nigel Mansell's number on that car was the number 5. Sebastian Vettel's race number, also 5.
Oh.
That is amazingly convenient for the pair of them. But yeah, I was really happy to see that car on track, because, my god, it sounded amazing. It was just, wow. Also, there was another major incident this morning in Formula 2.
Yeah.
Dennis Hauger crashed into Roy Nissany, but parked his car on top of Roy. They are both okay, but I've seen the incident and it was very scary, because Hauger's car kind of flew over Nissany's car, but really scraped it.
Jeez.
Yeah, so a bit of a rough weekend, really, in Silverstone. But in the end, it all turned out okay, because nobody got injured. Everything somehow came out A-okay.
And that's all we need.
Yeah, exactly. And that is actually it for this week's motorsport section. Nice. Right. Shall we move on to the entertainment section?
Sure.
Right. Well, a bit of Avengers game news, because earlier this week, in anticipation of Thor: Love and Thunder coming out this coming week, Jane Foster has come out in the game as Mighty Thor, of course. So Jane Foster is now in the game, which means there are now... Hold on a second. There's about 10 Avengers, but 9 if you're on anything but PlayStation. So 10 in total, but if you're not a PlayStation player, 9, which pretty good number still.
Yeah, it's decent.
Yeah. Right. Should we now discuss the elephant in the room Friday?
Yeah, sure. Although if you've got an elephant in your room, I'm kind of concerned of how much space you've got.
Yeah, but of course I am obviously talking about Technoblade,
Yeah.
who was tragically announced to have left this world on in the early hours of Friday morning, UK time at least. And well, his death has shook the YouTube community to its core. Not even just Minecraft YouTube, like YouTube as a whole has just this has been a blow to the whole community.
Yeah.
And I'm devastated, honestly. Like of course, we lost him to the dreaded C word, so that adds insult to injury. And he was the saddest part. He was only 23. I couldn't believe he was that young. And
I think it's cool.
yeah, if you want to go watch the announcement video, be warned, it is incredibly emotional. Like, I don't cry often, and it made me cry very quickly. So, if you want to go watch it, be warned, there is a strong chance you'll cry.
Yeah.
Yeah. And were you by chance watching Wilbur Sutt's stream last night?
Oh yeah.
So you saw the last thing that he mentioned.
Mm, I did, but feel free to
Yeah.
mention to the people.
Well, for those of you who didn't watch Wilbur Sutt's stream, he was on Twitch with Philza Minecraft, talking about memories of techno. And before he signed off on his stream, he mentioned something that happened a couple of weeks ago. I think it was about 2 weeks ago now. He said,
Yeah.
but Wilbur has trouble visualizing stuff in his head, and the only time that really happens is when he's having dreams. But his dreams are generally nightmares. But this one wasn't, because in his dream, he joined a new Minecraft streaming server. And he remembers somehow that he was streaming in his dream for 4 hours. Like, that is some attention to detail right there, can I just say?
Yeah.
Right off the bat, that is some brilliant attention to detail. But halfway through, Techno showed up in his dream.
Hmm.
And this is where I cried again, because Wilbur, in his dream, said to Techno, "Hey man, I've been worried about you. Haven't answered my messages for a couple of weeks." And Techno said, "Oh yeah, sorry about that, but I'm not here anymore." Which, frankly, broke my heart into like a billion pieces. Like,
Oh.
I just couldn't really. And you could even see Wilbur couldn't quite believe that had happened.
Yeah.
And then, Techno signed off by saying, "Wilbur, you're a loser. Bye." Which is honestly the most Techno thing ever.
Yeah. Could have
Yeah,
possibly
so,
the most technical thing that could have possibly happened.
yeah, like, I think Wilbur is very much choosing to think that it was actually him. And you know what? Yeah, it could have very well been. I don't know what happens. But honestly, I'm very saddened at the loss of Technoblade. Or should I say, Alex. He was gone very, very much too soon. But I
Best thing to
have
do.
been. That is very true. But I have seen calls for something for Minecraft to do. I don't know if you've seen it, but people are now very heavily requesting that if they want a feature adding in, if you name a pig Technoblade, he gets a crown.
Well, they added that into like the loading screen, didn't they?
Oh
Pig
yeah,
with a
they
crown.
did. Yeah,
So
but
if
people
that
are
were to
once
happen,
yeah, yeah. but now people are very much requesting that to be in the game as a feature, as a tribute to techno. And honestly, yeah, I would very much like that. But obviously that is up to Mojang and Microsoft. I have little to no doubt they'll do that very quickly, no doubt.
Probably.
That if
A
that
couple of different tributes that are currently happening with that. For example,
really,
on Hypixel, on Hypixel they've got something up where you're able to write a letter to Techno's parents, and they're going to print it out into a book and send it to them within the
oh,
next
that's
month.
amazing. Oh, that's
So if you log
brilliant.
on, if you log on to Hypixel now, and I don't know what exactly where it is, but you're able to get a book and write a message to them,
Oh
and they will
wow.
print out as many as they can to send to them.
Oh great. I'll probably do that after this stream actually.
Yeah.
Once we're done here, yeah. Oh, that is amazing. And I know Wilbur and Tommy are actually making a book as well. I think it's the quote book, isn't it?
Yeah. Tommy also
Yeah.
put for one of his live acts, I think he did it in Brighton, but he put up Techno as like a tribute to
Oh
Techno in
yeah.
it, right at the end.
Yeah. And did you see Tommy's goodbye tweet for Techno as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Part of me knows that screenshot wasn't Techno, but a
No.
part of me also hopes that it was.
Well,
But
it's good to hold on to stuff like that.
I although I suppose we'll probably never know.
True.
Yeah. But honestly, at this moment, my heart does go out to Technoblade's family, the Dream
Yeah.
SMP, and every other SMP he's a part of, because I can't quite remember. And obviously, all of his subscribers and people who've watched him over the years. Yeah. It's going to be a tough time.
Also, something to remember: the money that he's raised from like donations and from his merch, not is is actually being used to fund his siblings to go to college.
Of course, yeah.
Funnily enough, he dropped
Yeah.
as soon as he passed. He ended up also dropping passed away merch. So there is merch on his store as soon when he passed too.
Oh my. Once again, that is the most Technoblade thing I've ever heard.
And
Oh my god.
it's it's hilarious, but also he just really planned all this. He was given a set amount of time and he just went for it.
Yeah, like, let's face it, no other YouTuber would do that.
No properly planning YouTuber.
No, that is by far the most Technoblade thing I have ever heard.
I mean, I'm probably gonna get more merch anyway because I bought one of the original jumpers when they came out.
Oh yeah. Well, his dad was wearing one in the video, wasn't he?
Yeah, with Floof.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I may buy some of that. But wow, that is just techno. Let's face it.
Pretty much.
But honestly, it's going to be a really tough time. I just don't know, because obviously now a very big question is, what will be the fate of the Dream SMP? Because of course, techno was such an integral part of that story. What will they do?
Well, we just gotta wait and find out.
I mean, if it were me, I would personally do a memorial video for Techno and somehow,
They'll probably do more than that.
like, yeah, just I don't know how it could go because, of course, Techno was a humongous part of that story. So, yeah, I suppose time will have to tell.
Pretty much.
However much time that ends up taking, only time can tell what will happen with the Dream SMP. Of course, we've had tweets being put out left, right, and centre from YouTubers across YouTube, not even just Minecrafters, everyone. And in fact, even Minecraft themselves.
Yeah.
Like, that was brilliant to see that Minecraft themselves did something. But yeah, I really hope that that whole techno pig crown thing gets added, because that would be a nice way to leave his mark permanently in Minecraft. Yeah. Rest in peace, Techno. Right. Wow. Okay.
Should we get onto a lighter bit?
Yeah. Shall we go for D&D?
Yeah, because that happened on the same day.
Yes, mere hours later. But anyway, Dungeons and Dragons. Well, this time it was not the turn of Vidania. Yep, Vidania is temporarily out of action. He shall make his.
He stole a barrel and he's currently running.
Yeah, he is just running and running and running and running till the next session. But yeah, this session saw the rise of a new character for both of us, actually. My character is Sergeant Ragnar Corrigan, and your character is?
My character is Dicio.
Ah, yes, Dicio. But my character, keeping fairly on brand, was a Dragonborn. But he was a fighter this time. And,
Well, that's still on brand.
Yeah. And shortly before this session, I decided to buy a new set of dice. Well, 6 new sets of dice, but they came in one set. And, well, they are the most blessed dice I have ever had. Like, Roxanne can attest to that. I had a lot of luck.
I cannot trust him with that set of dice.
It was insane. Because as I was saying in the session, you've never seen me be this lucky, have you?
Never, but somehow you had all the luck, and my rolls this time were awful.
Yeah. Like, my true moment to shine was when we were in a cave and I was alone facing 2 Orogs. I took them down in 2 hits each.
Yeah,
I
that
was in shock.
He got nat 20s for stuff.
Yeah. And then the second Orog, I went a bit nuts with. Well, put it this way. His spine is now a whip.
Ah, yes, the swip.
Yep,
Clearly a weapon for the people.
Yeah, I literally ripped his spine out, and now it is a whip. Yeah, Ragnar is bit crazy. Well, no, he isn't. He's very well level-headed, but he's also massively violent.
So either way, he is very much wanting everything to be destroyed.
He is an absolute powerhouse.
Yep.
And I love it. Because what I wanted with this character was to make him as strong as he could be. I wanted to capitalize on everything as much as possible. Like, any weak points, I found a loophole around to make them stronger. Like, I think it was my wisdom had to get nerfed because also my stat rolls were really good. But I did have to nerf my, I think, wisdom. And then, turns out, I had a stat bonus, a +2, for any stat. So I decided to counteract the nerf. Like, I lost one, but then gained two. So I've literally made this character as impenetrable as he can be. I just hope and pray that his luck continues.
Luckiest character you've had so far.
Luckiest character for a long time, anyway. He's got a long way to go to beat Elrond the Barbarian. Like, a long way.
Yeah, that seems better.
Yeah, but and I'm talking about the first incarnation of Elrond. Like, but honestly, this character, I can see he has a metric ton of potential, and I'm hoping I'm able to capitalize on that as much as physically possible. Anyway, what's your first thoughts on Dicio?
Um, well, because I've used her before for another one shot.
Oh,
Yeah, I used her in. You were there when I used
what
her for
was I?
the other time. Yeah,
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, yeah. I forgot about that. My memory. Oh God, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Right.
But being able to use her again, I have very much considered that she is terrible for combat.
Yeah.
Because
Uh.
I never built her for combat. I mainly built her for like for like spells to get out of situations, not as in straight on fighting.
Yeah.
So being in a cave to begin with the only two things that I could do were an Eldritch Blast as a just in case situation and bonking
Yeah.
it with a very fancy stick, as I've now dubbed my staff, is the only thing that has now given me joy that I've done more damage with a stick than I have done with an epic spell.
Yeah. Like the Eldritch Blast did less damage than the stick.
It is a very fancy stick, but on the plus side, because I made my character based to be a traveling merchant, at least I know that looting stuff is part of her nature.
Okay, good.
And I
Hopefully,
made and have a big backpack so I can carry everything.
good. Hopefully, with any luck, she'll be better at stealing stuff than Vidania.
Oh, she has 0 stealth.
Oh, oh no.
Legitimately, she has 0 stealth, but
That's less
she's
than
got
ideal.
well, she's not a thief though. She's a warlock, so that's
Okay.
the plan wasn't to steal, it was to simply persuade. And with the highest stat being charisma, I think we could do that.
Yeah, you're gonna be very useful for getting us out of, well, potentially getting us out of combat situations.
If people let me, because we have a
Yeah,
fighter, we have an aggressive dwarf,
yeah,
we've got the smallest, not smallest, but the most mysterious fire druid you could possibly imagine, which I like the character for.
Oh yeah. But yeah, you're gonna have some fun with that.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think mine was mainly just built for outside of caves, so just
Yeah.
avoiding that.
Well, you'll be able to get us out of these situations as long as they aren't orcs.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. One of our characters has a massive disdain for orcs, so and
well,
as the first enemies we fought were orcs, that was fun.
that didn't work too well.
Somehow. Yeah, somehow things went somewhat okay.
They went south pretty quickly as soon as the plan went to shreds.
Hell and back, yeah. Yeah. But thankfully, the only person who got injured was the person who messed up the plan, so.
Fair point. Although I
Yeah.
lost my boomerang for a second and then got it back.
I also lost my sword in the massive Orog fight. But I also got that back, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't go too badly. The last Orog fight though was tough. I can't lie, it took a while to get him down.
It took a while simply because your character is fire-based. The druid
And
was fire-based. So two of the people who could have done the most damage couldn't get there.
yeah. Yeah,
Then
that
we
was
had
not great.
new. Then we had a damn it, I can't remember what somebody else's was. We had one character who was semi-decent, who could do stuff. We had the dwarf who was able to physically steal the weapon from him. And then we
Oh
just
yeah.
had Dicio simply whack him with a stick and not
Yeah,
hit
which did
any Eldritch
damage
Blast.
again.
Yeah, the Eldritch Blast couldn't even hit it. It
No.
was simply stick or nothing. So I'm now
Yeah.
gonna have to figure out what the stick ends up looking like at this point.
Yeah, your stick is about to become your main weapon.
Yeah, staff or nothing. I'm gonna have to find a way of making that staff absolutely OP.
Oh no, I know what just make it a branch.
No, but the
Literally.
staff's longer though.
Oh yeah, fair. But honestly, that stick is incredible. Wow.
You can't have it. It's my stick.
Damn it! Worth a try.
You got fists. You're fine.
And a sword, and a shield,
And a sword.
and a crossbow, and a whip, and
Yeah.
fire, and fire breath. Okay,
Got a
yeah, I'm
fancy.
good.
Got a stick. Got one simple
Yeah,
spell that can attack, and then
yeah,
everything else is basically just out of combat based stuff.
yeah. Well, not every character needs to be combat based.
No, but it's useful too.
True. Now,
Hmm.
does Dicio have any healing capabilities?
Not in the slightest. The most
That's
they
going to
can,
be an issue.
the most they've got is the fact that their bag's big enough to fit as many as they need. So they've got something akin to a bag of holding, but not
Okay, but
not infinite.
okay, because as far as I'm aware, we don't have a healer.
I guess throwing potions would be a better thing for her then.
Yeah. Well, we can sort that out. I mean,
Yeah.
we still got to figure out what that potion was that I picked up.
Uh, Yeah, although that scenario was kind of hilarious simply because you were very concerned about it, and it took
Well,
a
yeah.
solid 5 minutes to decide.
Well, yeah, because it was like just literally a potion in the middle of a room.
Yeah, you automatically loot it and ask questions later.
But there was a problem. My character said, yes, this potion is blue.
It was
It's
red.
red. But Ragnar is convinced it is blue.
Why do I feel like your character is colorblind partially?
I was just
He just
about to
doesn't
say,
know it.
is this the start of his colorblind arc?
It's no, but the thing is, he's fully because of his rank. He's fully convinced that he's not wrong.
Yeah, like no, it's blue. It's blue. It's red. No, blue. But
He,
blue.
he can't see anything the color that's red. So when he does fire, he thinks that he's got blue fire.
Which is even hotter. Which is
So
not
he's
good
thinking
because I Oh,
he's thinking he's more confident than he actually is.
yeah, like this could very much be the start of his colorblind arc.
I am all for that. I mean, we still got Lawcat in the last playthrough who doesn't know what color his house is anymore.
Oh god. Oh yeah.
My theory is still that it's a greenhouse, but he thinks it's now clear.
I no. I think his house is blue. Like
Okay, so
it's
it's
blue.
red.
It's blue. Blue, 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 blue.
Look at there.
But yeah, okay. Maybe I can allow Ragnar this one slight issue.
Well, he can't be perfect in every way, so if you
No,
have
that is true. He has to have an Achilles heel somewhere, so
and it's his
yes.
confidence in color.
Yeah, I shall speak to the DM about this because this is just too damn funny to pass up. Okay, I'll get back to you next week on if this passes.
Please do.
If this goes through, you guys will be the first to know. Well, no, the group will be the first to know, then it'll be you guys.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, no, I can definitely accept that because yeah, but I just want to know what that potion actually does.
Drink it and find out.
That could be bad.
Just a small one, just a tiny sip.
Yeah, just like
Or
one
sacrifice
single
somebody else
drop.
in the, or sacrifice somebody in the party to do it.
Yeah, that could work, but Ragnar would probably take one for the team on that.
Mm,
Although he'd do a single solitary drop to make sure he doesn't, explode or just drop dead.
yeah, of his blue potion.
Yeah. Yeah, because blue potions are generally good. Red potions, generally very bad. So, yeah, that's gonna be fun. Yeah,
It's like stop at blue, go at green.
yeah, that, Well, we'll see what happens. Hopefully, Ragnar doesn't die immediately. Yeah. We'll see. Anyway, is there anything else you'd like to talk about this weekend?
Hmm. Not particularly, because we've covered everything that was necessary.
Yeah. Any Pokemon news?
Nothing currently. There was a Nintendo Direct, like a short one, but it didn't talk about anything Pokemon based.
Well, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Okay. Shall we wrap this one up a little bit early then?
Yeah, sure.
Rightio, guys. That's going to have to do it for this week's AstoundCast, episode number 51. So please don't forget to, if you're watching on stereo, follow me here on stereo, and Roxanne while you're here at Roxarooney. Or if you're on YouTube, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Astounding Cameron. That'll be the sub button will be below the video title. And please go into the description to check out my socials, which are Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and of course here on stereo. And while you're down there too, please subscribe to Roxanne's YouTube, as well as checking out her website. Plus, please check out Frost's Instagram and his YouTube channel. And that's it for this stream, unless...
Hawaii produces about a third of all pineapples in the world.
Damn! That's a lot of pineapples!
That's a lot of pineapples. So a third of the pineapples you see today are from Hawaii.
Wow! And after that, I've got a fact for you guys as well.
Oh, double fact.
Yeah, because my cousin Kieran, he found this out somehow. I'm not quite sure how, but he did. If you take a look at your crisps packet, the sell-by date will be a Saturday.
Oh.
Just trust, like, if you have any crisps in your house, like, check the date, and I can promise you it'll be a Saturday.
That is very odd. I will have to do that later.
Okie dokie. And with those absolutely mind-boggling facts for you guys, I will see you all tomorrow with another YouTube vid, and next week with another stream. Goodbye!
Bye!